So we already know that the big data is widely used in political campaigns. But there are lots of threats connected with this big data usage. Well, first of all, because of the micro-targeting, when specific groups of voters, they see tailored messages online, and only this small group of voters see this message. So this is very dangerous, especially in light of the fact that these messages can contain misleading information or disinformation, and this is very serious. Another threat that comes from the usage of big data and micro-targeting in particular is that not all users, they see the same content, and so there is inequality in terms of who sees what information. So this inequality is also dangerous because it just means that not everyone is equal and has the same right to the same information in terms of political campaign content. And also, the third threat that comes from the big data usage in political campaigning is that personal information may be used without consent of the users. And this is especially true when we think about the Cambridge Analytica scandal that happened a couple of years ago in light of the Trump 2016 campaign and Brexit vote. At the time, this company was employed by Trump's political campaign and also Brexit campaign in order to produce micro-targeted messages to a specific group of voters. And so the company used information on the Facebook users without their consent. So the company mined basically these private information that the users never agreed to have publicly available, and used this information in their political messaging. And so that's why many countries have started to work on the proper regulation that would protect voters, but also just people who share their information. And this information is now protected by the European Union regulation that came into light and became public in May 2018. And so anyone who shares their personal information is now protected by this European Union regulation in the European Union, obviously. Other countries now also work on the proper regulation, and many efforts has been done in order to introduce those regulations and to protect people and their personal data. However, there are lots of things that need to be done still. At this time, although the European Union works really hard on these data protection acts and regulations, still we don't have the proper regulation of the political campaign content, because this content basically is unregulated, as political parties, they can pay for their political ads on Google, on Facebook, and they can publish anything they want to particular groups of voters. So the Google and Facebook, they are obliged to publish the information from political ads, so how much money they earn from publishing political ads online each year. But still, these are just numbers, and these are just sum of money that a particular party or particular candidate paid for political ad, but the content is not displayed. So we do not know for sure what kind of messages those parties, those campaigns share online with their users. And here it is especially important for every one of us, voters and just users of internet, users of information, to always double check the sources of the information, to always double check whether the information is true or not, and never trust just one source. Try to read about the particular issue, about the particular information that you found online from several sources. This is very important, and it will help us build the democratic society everywhere in the world, the democratic society where the information is valued, where the opinion is valued, and where we have the truth and truthful information is shared with us.